Hi everyone, it's Cindy. I'm here with my 6-week and 1-day update for my rotator cuff surgery. So I saw my surgeon on Monday afternoon. It's Thursday now, and one of the things that happened at that visit was I was told I no longer have to wear my sling. So here I am, sling free. Pretty fabulous. The surgeon wrote the orders for my physical therapy, which included a detailed plan for my physical therapy, which was really great to see because I could see the trajectory of the therapeutic plan over the next several months. That's helpful information for me personally as well as for the physical therapist. I asked the doctor about over-the-counter medications, about where I should be, where it's like how to, manage getting, using less of them. He mentioned that many people at 6 weeks are off them entirely. That's not the case for me. However, I did tell him, I disclosed how much I was taking, and he recommended I drop the Tylenol a little bit. I've been taking both Aleve and Tylenol. And the adjustment in Tylenol was a very small adjustment. But I got to thinking Monday, after I made that adjustment, that it's entirely likely I've been taking more than I needed, so it's time for me to kind of really peel back. So in the last couple of days, I have really peeled back on both the Aleve and the Tylenol. I'm taking an Aleve at night and an extra strength Tylenol before I go to bed, and I took some regular strength about 4 hours to 5 hours before I went to bed. Just because I was getting pretty achy last night, and my plan is tonight as well. So that's, I think, standing me in pretty good stead. I'm a little bit achy during the day, really not bad. As soon as I get up, I really don't notice it much. I went to physical therapy today, and I did get a little achy after that. I iced my arm after that, and that really kind of took care of it. So I did ask the doctor about driving, and I was cleared to drive as long as I feel safe. That's great. I did a little bit of driving in the last few days. Did a little run in the neighborhood, and then also drove to physical therapy today, which was longer. That's about 9 miles from where I live, and there's some freeways and stuff. I'm not sure I feel very comfortable with that at this point, mostly because I'm not cleared yet to raise my arm. So I can actually put the hand on the steering wheel, I can walk it up the steering wheel, so I'm driving with both hands, or I can give my left arm a rest. And I can actually see all the way around me. Like, there's no problem with me checking my blind spots or anything. There's no, none of my motion's impeded. But I would feel a little bit more comfortable if I had the option of being able to just lift my right hand and put it on the steering wheel. So I think for longer trips, I'm probably going to wait for another couple weeks. I see on the plan that at about 9 weeks, I should be able to do active motion with the shoulders. So I'm going to play it by ear, but that's probably what I'm going to do with that. So physical therapy. So I started physical therapy today, as I mentioned. I'm kind of excited about being at that milestone. I did, the evaluation piece today. The therapist did some measurements, and then we tried some exercises, and of course she gave me some home exercises. I was a little bit sore at the end, but it wasn't bad. She was really able to explain the whole, I guess, the pain piece around the physical therapy, which is basically, with the shoulder in the sling for 6 weeks, there's going to be scar tissue, and that's by design because that helps to keep the surgical area intact. Now that the scar tissue is developed, we have to stretch to get the range of motion back, and that stretching is going to be uncomfortable. But there's a qualitative difference between that discomfort and pain. So if there's pain so if you do something like an exercise, she gave me some exercises, do some exercises, and they are uncomfortable, but that discomfort backs off when you stop the exercise, that was acceptable to her. But if you have an exercise you're doing and the pain continues on, like I used to have what I referred to as a ringing pain after some kinds of things. It would last minutes and longer after I did something that, like you said, if you're sore an hour later, that's too much. So good to know, because you don't want to develop inflammation in the joints. So I'm keeping all of those things in mind, and all of those things are really good. So anyway, so I'm excited, as I mentioned, to be in physical therapy now and doing my home routine. It's going to be a lot of work. Right now, it looks like about a half an hour 3 times a day. But I'm super excited to be working on getting my range of motion back. So passive range of motion for me, or assisted range of motion for the next probably 3 weeks. And then some active stuff will probably get mixed in. We'll see, that's the plan for right now. So my plan for video is to come back in 2 months, possibly sooner, depending on if I have any other interesting milestones. I am seeing my surgeon in 2 months, so that's when, if you are watching this, you should be able to see me. So anyway, I'm excited about being further along the journey. I'm excited about having more energy. I'm walking regularly every day, 1.5 miles to 3.5 miles. I've used my exercise bike. That's great. I actually did that before I got out of my sling, strapped a pillow to the back of it. It's great. With the sling, it was a little cumbersome because I had to keep myself from, so here I am with the sling, the knees going up and down, so I had to kind of raise this arm a little bit to make sure it didn't get bumped. Now without the sling, I don't have to worry about that, so hooray. So I'll be doing that some more. And I am just looking forward to continuing on the journey. So the other thing I would mention energy-wise is that I noticed around week 5 after the surgery that my mental energy really improved. I mean, I was able to work and do things before that, but my ability to really grasp I had some larger projects that have a lot of moving pieces that have to be kind of thought of all at the same time and kind of positioned together. And it was much more daunting. I was doing kind of smaller pieces of that until I got to the place where I had the energy, and then I was suddenly able to kind of encounter these things that I had put on the back burner. So super happy about that. So anyway, as I mentioned, I will be back in a couple of months. I hope this video finds you well. So take care, see you later.